Yes, sir. It's Eric Lima here. This is my YouTube show in which sentimental thoughts come from the heart, and also my YouTube show of mental oddball shenanigans running from my brain. It's EML77 TV, and this is episode number 465. What's going on? It's the weekend, and once again, it is mine because I'm crushing it every Rusev day. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, the weekend is mine once again. Well, already in February, the first complete week in February, it's crazy, you know. SmackDown just got over, 205 Live just got over. It's really a lot of fun. Now, a lot of you folks may have been wondering why I don't talk politics on here. Well, politics is probably the touchiest subject, probably the worst subject that anybody talks about nowadays. You know, my mother said a couple of things about, about the Trump's acquittal in the impeachment trial by the Senate and all. And, basically, according to what, my mother said if Trump is impeached, then there goes our freedom. She may have a point, but, so I nodded my head and understood. But basically, So basically, but that got me to do a lot of thinking, and I think politics is a very touchy subject, very touchy. The reason why I don't like it because one, it's very like I said, it brings strife and division among family and friends, and two, it's probably and this is my personal opinion, it's the most boring subject ever. Because the only time I dabble into politics is when I read it, when I do it in a history class. And write stuff down and do all. When I was a kid, I got as part, but it is part. Politics is part of our American history, obviously. So you can hate it, but you can't avoid it. But you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to get into it to know what that is there. It exists, unfortunately. But that's the way it is. I'm not saying, well, a lot of people think that I hate politics, wish that, politics, I wish it wasn't existed and all that. Well, it's not like that. It's just that I just hate talking about it. I just hate, it just, you see the word, hear the word politics, you're like, ooh, I kind of cringe a little bit. It's like, ooh, I'd rather watch Now Snow Match, you know what I'm saying? And politics is like an ex-crush, you see her, but you feel very uncomfortable, and you don't even want to talk to her. You want to avoid her, and it's kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, "Oh, here we go. He's talking about his ex-crush again." Sorry, sorry, but that's how I felt about politics. It's like, but but at the same time, you got to respect that it exists. You gotta respect that she exists. You gotta respect that she's, that's fine. She keeps her distance, I keep my distance. Like politics, keep your distance away from me for politics. I'll keep my distance away from you with my political opinions. So there were three specific tips that I used to basically deal with politics in a very discreet way. One is check out the candidates in your state. Find out what they stand for, study up on them, and the second part is keep your thoughts to yourself. In other words, don't say vote for this person because I said so. Vote for the person. You follow your heart. Follow your heart to who you want to vote for. Follow your heart, and follow your heart of who you want to support. That's another thing. Follow your heart on who you want to support. All right. Excuse me, and the third and final thing to do is go out and vote. Do your American duty. Go out and vote. It's not easy trying to find people that is right for you, or that believes in the same thing you believe in. It's not that easy to find candidates, and political candidates. It's not that, it is a real rough job, but like I say, if you study up, all right. Here's the three tips on how to deal with politics in a discreet way without blabbing about it on social media or at parties, weddings, funerals, and all that, all that stuff that could bring that you have family members bring strife and dissension among family and friends. The 3 discreet ways to do it. Study up. Look everything. You got an internet now. You study up on the candidates you want to follow and support. Who do you want to support? All right. Study up on those candidates. Follow your heart on who you want to support. And then go out and vote. And basically that's it. Don't worry about it. Don't talk about it. Just do the thing. Like I say, politics is probably the most boring subject ever at the same time, and it's kind of crazy, So, yes, I don't like politics. I hate it with a passion, but it exists for a reason. We have to deal with it for a reason. It doesn't mean just because I don't like it doesn't mean that I want it gone. I want politics gone. No, that's not what I meant. I just don't like it. I don't like talking about it. I don't like what it does to people, and that was it. It's sort of like why I don't drink, smoke, do drugs. Why don't I do any of those things that I've seen on TV what it does to people. Same thing with politics. That's how I feel. And if I stay away from those things. I stay away from those subjects to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't care if you're Republican, you vote Republican. I don't care if you vote Democrat or Independent. The thing is, you follow your heart, you follow your beliefs, you follow what your gut instinct tells you. When it comes to the candidates that could be running for president or running for governor of your state or your city, we have that freedom here in America. And I don't know how the other countries work, but they have that, and we have that here in the States of, the right to vote. And you just go to your district, enter your name in, just grab a ballot and just go vote, punch out, state your name again to the people who are counting your votes, and walk out. Don't say a word. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about who you vote for. Just go out and do your American duty. Like I said, study up on candidates, and follow your heart on who you want to support, and go out and vote. That's all these 3 things. 3 specific, basic things you need to know. You need to do. You don't have to worry about blabbing it all about on the internet or at parties, at Christmas parties, Thanksgiving dinners, family reunions. You don't have to worry about any of that. I'm not going to tell you who I vote for and why. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for and why. Just go out and do it. Just do it. Do it. Your voice counts, though. Remember that. And like I said, it's the only time I will talk about politics. Is basically how to deal with politics in a discreet manner, so to speak. In other words, how you deal with politics without posting everything about it on the internet, without talking about it, and just about supporting that person, all that. Just go out and like I said, study up, follow your heart, follow your instincts about who you want to vote, about who you want to support, and go out and vote for that person. Basically, that's all there is to it. I would lived through 7 presidents. 7 presidents, man. I was born during the Carter administration. Grew up in the Reagan and Clinton administration as a child and a young teenager, and then George W. Bush. Actually, the Reagan, George Bush Sr. and Clinton administrations. Grew up in the 80s and 90s between those 3 presidents, and then you got George W. Bush, and I grew up also in the Obama administration as well. So it's crazy, It's crazy how times change between those presidents I just mentioned. And listen, it isn't easy staying away from politics. It isn't easy when you go turn on the computer, you go on the internet, and all you hear is Trump, Pelosi, everything trending on Twitter. It's like, wow. And other different dignitaries of the political worlds, they're trending on Twitter. You can't stay away from that. But it was like, okay, But then I thought to myself, how do I deal with politics, even though it exists, without having to talk about it, without, but I can still hate it though. Like I said, it's simple. All you gotta do is just, like I said, study up on the candidates, follow who you want to support, and go out and vote for that person. 3 specific things. Don't talk about it, just do it. Just do it. Do these 3 things, and you'll be all right. If people ask you for your opinion, then you can give your opinion. But be careful. If the people ask you about your opinion at a party or something like that, I'll just say, hey man, I appreciate you asking for my opinion, but to me, now is not the time to. I don't want to ruin a party that way, or when it comes to a funeral, let's show respect to a dearly departed, and not start anything here. You know what I'm saying? Don't go on social media and blab about politics, so to speak, and avoid that, because you're probably going to get a lot of backlash from total strangers that you don't know, and they're probably some trolls in the internet and trying to get at you and possibly trigger you and make you angry and let's go, Hulk Hogan, something like that, and Hulk smash, let's beat people up, let's beat up the trolls, don't do that. Just be cool. Be like the Fonz. Be cool. Be cool. You be cool. You be cool. Don't worry about nothing. Just go. Deal with. Politics do exist in this country. We gotta deal with it. But you can do it in a discreet manner. Giving you tips on that. Well, once again, the 3 tips of dealing with politics in a discreet manner. Study up on the candidates. Follow your heart on those you want to support. Choose who you want to support, and then you go out and vote for those individuals you want to support. Basically, that's simple. Don't go into detail why. Don't discuss why you're supporting that individual. Just go out and vote for that person. Your vote makes a difference. Your voice makes a difference, though. So, but when it comes to being around fun events like weddings, bar mitzvahs, parties, Christmas parties, Thanksgiving dinners, and all that, don't discuss politics. Just say, hey, how about them Red Sox? They're going crazy with this Mookie Betts situation. I know a lot of people get upset with me every time I talk about baseball, sports, wrestling, video games. Dude, I'd rather talk about those things than freaking politics, man. I remember one time, this was a long time ago, back in the day. I was only a teenager. My mother, I was grounded from going to a trip to Mount Monadnock in New Hampshire. So my mother decided to go in my stead. Even though I signed the permission slip and everything. So my mother decided to go in my stead. She came back from the trip and was not happy with me. She says that every woman in your church has complained that you were talking baseball, wrestling, video games, Nintendo, and all that. And there is part of me that want to say, Mom, I'd rather talk about those things than talk freaking politics. Because I hate politics. But I held back out of respect for her and said, you know what? Let them get mad at me. I don't care. Everybody hates me. I don't care. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's that's how I feel about politics. I mean, to me, you watching the C-SPAN channel or CNN News, cure for insomnia, Fox News, all the news. I hate news either. The only time I check the news is I check the weather. That's it, man. Cure for insomnia. Oh, wake me up when this old geezer's done. I want to watch some wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, shut the TV off, screw this. I'm going to watch a movie. I want to watch the Three Stooges. We're not ordinary people. We're morons. Whatever. That's how I feel about politics. And like I said, the 3 specific things to deal with politics in a discreet manner. Study up on the candidates. Pick and choose who you want to support, and go out and vote for them. Basic, pure, and simple. You don't have to discuss it with anybody. Just look around and say, hey, I'm going to vote for this person because I want to. He's got some good stuff. You can think about it. Like I said, and remember where you're. If you want to discuss politics, remember where you're at. If you're at a place of fun, it's not the time. If they want to ask you for your opinion, you probably, I would say, and I think you should do this like in a good manner and go, listen, I appreciate you asking me for my opinions on what you're talking about, but I don't believe this is the time nor place to do it. And hopefully they'll understand. And they keep prodding you, say, listen, out of respect, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to talk about it. All right? That's how I feel. So that's how I deal with politics. I don't like it. I hate it. But it exists. There's nothing I can do. Sometimes we gotta learn how to deal with everything that's going on in this country. What can you do? Well, also, for that first tip, be aware also of the issues going on with the country. 4 tips. The 4th tip is be well aware of the issues going on in this country. That will basically give you second consideration to vote of whoever to vote for. All right? Sometimes you got to get all your bases covered. Simple as that. What can I do? Except I just do it. Worry about nothing but pray. That's how I am, brother. So I hope you will enjoy a little bit of the tidbits that I'm showing you guys how to deal with politics. And dealing with politics is not the easiest thing to do in the world, but if you're smart and you play your cards right, you'll deal with it. You'll just say, meh, whatever. I'm just gonna keep my opinions to myself. Sometimes I know we have a right to speak, free speech and all, but sometimes it's best sometimes they what they say about people with big mouths, they get themselves into trouble. That's what I want to do, is keep my big mouth shut. I just move on with my life and just move on and do my thing. Like I'm going to do in the next episode 466. I don't know what video game I want to play yet. And that's something that, since I have tomorrow off, and I want to wake up early tomorrow morning just to get that done. Find out what do I want, what do I want to play and all that good stuff. So that's something to do a lot of soul searching on. And I'll probably almost, let's see this. I got the Sega Saturn right over here, so I may want to do something with the Sega Saturn. X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Street Fighter again. Night Warriors maybe. A lot of options to weigh up in here. And it's not like every day you play you own Japanese games on the Sega Saturn here in New Bedford. I'm probably the only only guy in New Bedford that owns Japanese Sega Saturn games. That'll be saying something. Anyways, so remember the 4 tips on how to deal with politics. Study up on the candidates in your city, state. Study up on the political figures in your city, state, and country. Be aware of the issues going on in our country, in our city, in our state. Follow your heart on those you want to choose to support, and go out and vote for those people. All right? A little tough subject to talk about, but I figure, try to keep it light at the same time and just, be cool about it. Be cool. Okay? That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 466 coming up. Probably an episode of Get These Thumbs, and if that's the case, it'll be episode number 42 of Get These Thumbs. I want to see if I'm going to try to do a lot of video game playing. I did, 5 episodes of that in a row last Saturday, I believe, or was it the Saturday before? No, it was last Saturday, at the beginning of February. So what am I want to talk about next? On the next subject, if I don't do a Get These Thumbs episode, just do a regular EML77 TV episode. Who knows with me? I'm unpredictable. Anything can happen. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, guys. It's 11:17 p.m. I gotta see how my laundry's doing. And as you know, my bed is stripped because I'm washing my bed sheets as we speak. I usually do that every other month. So I figured, it's sanitary. I think it's necessary sometimes. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night and sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite or something like that. I don't know. Have some fun. See you later. Bye.